So today, you can see this floating light bar. This is as planned today. We're going to start making one of these. Now there's a few companies out there that's making these, ranging of an average of around 320 quid, something like that. Well, I ain't paying that. These are what I've got on my Sprinter to start with, and these are the set of amber ones. So these are the ones that we're going to be using. They're like an LP9, something like that, but they work really well on my roof rack. I'll show you that. So we just take the grill off now. Some clips down at bottom at back there. If you look
I need to get that surround off first because there's some fucking balls going that way.
Yeah. So we've been today. We bought the tube. This is the tube we're going to be using, which is roughly 2.5mm wall thickness, so that should be perfect strength wise. There is some other bits and pieces as well. So we've now got the grill off. If you see these bolt holes here, this is where the bracket's going to fit into. We cut these off here, so the tube will be coming through here. Same on this side. You've got a bolt there. And this is what fixes it all on. The tube will run across here. Then we need to cut the grill out. So what we're doing here, we're cleaning the metal up. Obviously it creates a better weld. We tidy the ends up of the tube where it's been cut as well, and that gives a lot better weld surface, and we don't tend to get no distortion or out like that, or
unknown,
or contamination. So as you can see, we've machined the ends up. These will be notched shortly, so I'm going to do a video of notching all this so you can see how it's all working. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to tack these into here for now. See that? Now that should give us enough strength, and that's a boss now welded inside that. So basically that's going to allow us now to bolt this straight through, and this becomes as mounting points for a floating light bar. And that's just two bosses welded into the end now. And what that'll allow us to do now is bolt this onto the chassis of the van. Obviously when it's cooled down, and then we'll start making a support bracket that goes across, which we'll show you how we do that when we start notching some tube. So these are the tubes that we've put in. There's one on the other side. Now the bar will come across here to here, and that's the bit that's going to pick the spot lamps up.
That's a great one there.
So what we've got here is this tube notcher, and this is what's going to notch end of this tube. I don't know if you can see that sliding in. This belt spins, the tube's here. Right, fire it up, Shaq. So that gives us this notch, and what this allows us to do is to get it really nice and tight against the other tube. As you can see, they're notched in perfect. And this is a bar that's going to carry the brackets that come through the grill to pick the spot lamps up, which gives you the illusion of a floating spot lamp. So next is a T-bar that comes up here. There's a bracket on here that bolts through here, so it allows us to give this a bit more strength. That's next. So we've made the bracket under there. That's a T-bar that comes down to support it. Everything's notched in. We'll make the brackets tomorrow, and she's ready. So what we're going to do here, we're going to weld these round here. Just tack them for now, because we need to make sure that it's all going to fit back in there. So we'll spin this round here. How much have we got sticking out at ends of that? I can't see from here. Back there.
About equal.
Right. So we've made the brackets now. Everything's more or less done. We've just got to drill the holes. We're going to dry test fit this. That's the bit that goes under the front of the bonnet catch. That's the strengthener. They're support brackets. So basically, with a bit of luck, the spot lamps won't be shaking about anywhere. Everything seems nice and straight. We'll dry fit this shortly. So we're going to test fit it now, make sure everything works fine, and put the grill on. So we've cut this out here. Now this gives us enough room for the bracket to come out, which is like this. So at least it comes out on a straight. So this is it all bolted in now, as you can see. That's one of the supports at the top there. Supported there and there. They're solid. So what we've done, we've marked on there now for the bracket. So all we've got to do now is drill them. Same on this side. And we should be good to go. that's the finished product. All fully TIG welded. So they're the bolting points. The bolting points are up here. So that's them bolted in there. Now I'm going to bolt the top holes through. So we've just about finished now. As you can see, that's the sprinter we've made the light bar for. Come on, I'll take you and show you it. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked it. If you did, subscribe, ring the bell, give us a thumbs up. There's loads and loads and loads of more stuff to come in the future. We've got modular roof racks we're manufacturing, tyre carriers, you name it, we're going to build it this year. Keep watching, stay safe.